Take a deep breath and relax. This is my debut. I can't fail. Not now. I have to do this for Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov and everyone in the circus. I must make them proud. Mrs. Kozlov told me that I must guide the air through my body until it finds its balance. Left. Right. Good. Now, wave to the audience and say hello. Oh no. I can do this. I'm almost there. Я могу справиться с этим. Сначала мне нужно...
There's no absolute direction up there. Up or down depends on the reference you choose.
I think she has the right to know what the storm really is.
We will still need to cross the year 1999.
Alia, come home.
Kipperina. Vitals are stable. Biometrics returning to normal. I'd heard you'd already left. Never thought you'd be back so quickly. It's obvious you care about them. So I'm sure you know what to do when they wake up, Miss Pointer. She hasn't suffered any serious trauma. All that Miss Kipperina here needs is rest. But considering her condition, I recommend she stays here a few days longer for observation.
Thank you. What's the status of the others?
Miss Hisabeth is fine. She was awake earlier. For a few minutes anyway. She signed a donor card. Managed to get all her other siblings to sign it too. Not sure what we'd even do with them. That gentleman and that little salamander guy did the same thing when they woke up. Anyway, it's no cause for concern. I've seen my share of lunatics just like them. The real problem is determining treatment. There are so many details to pay attention to when dealing with these special patients. The dosage, their drug resistance. And I'm not a vet, you know? I had to seek out some professional consultation. No offense, but I'm glad you weren't part of this attempt. Otherwise, I might have had to face all of this by myself.
I may not have approved of their taking on this project, but I'm still on the team. If only the Foundation could devise regulations sufficient to control our staff's recklessness with their own lives.
Maybe they should consider controlling access to Pacrasma candy.
Forget that. Even I can't help exceeding the recommended dosage sometimes.
I'll be reporting to the headquarters of the rehab center next month. I'll let you know their average dosage by then. Anyway, I need to write up a visitor schedule. We have to make sure our patients get enough rest.
How's she doing? I just left the other ward and thought I might drop by.
Hello, Miss Winsong.
Her vitals have stabilized. We're monitoring her recovery, but the initial results are positive. We can't say precisely when she'll wake up, but it shouldn't take more than a week.
Good to hear. I'll be by to visit them from time to time, following the schedule, of course. Let me know if it's too much trouble.
You're welcome to drop by here anytime. The isolation room is soundproof, but do keep it down when you visit the other wards.
Of course. I'm just worried about them, you know. Besides, Vila and August have drowned me in letters asking about the project. More importantly, there's a bond between a teacher and her student.
I understand. I'll check in on the others. If you need any help, press that button to call me. By the way, Miss Pointer, Godspeed to you and your team. A bunch of lunatics working together to reach space. Pretty damn cool, I'd say.
Ditto.
Are you being serious? Do you think it's possible we could succeed?
Listen to yourself. We. Weren't you quitting the team? Your comment on Hisabeth's project. You said it was unrealistic. I don't think you really meant that. But even if you do, why not stay and give them a hand? Their latest ideas for the teleportation disc sound solid to me. This one failure shouldn't be enough to walk away. You've worked with Hisabeth long enough. I'm sure you'd already know if she's pursuing a fool's errand. So, what do you really think?
My thoughts are unimportant. All attempts to talk them out of it have failed. And what's worse, the more forcefully I attempt to dissuade them, the more determined they become.
All right, so lay it on me. Why are they doomed to fail?
I see no reason to expend any energy explaining it.
Whatever. I'll just have to make my own judgments on the matter.
Hisabeth is an excellent researcher. Sharp and decisive. On those merits alone, she's earned my trust. My analysis points to a dangerous level of uncertainty in this project. The price of failure, even optimistically, could be much worse than a few days in recovery. There could be more permanent injuries. They could even... My nature compels me to do whatever I can to reduce the danger to our staff. And I want to keep my friends alive. What does it matter if we make it into space and discover whether the storm affects the whole universe? Say that we determine this phenomenon only affects Earth, then what? We can't leave. We don't have the technology to fly off somewhere else. And if instead we determine the storm is indeed universal, and that it will inevitably swallow up the stars, well, then wouldn't it all be pointless? Either way, my calculations are clear. The answer is not worth our lives.
That's how you feel. I get it. So why not tell them?
I've been attempting to find the right time to say it.
Maybe so. Speaking of things to say, I've got some news, and I thought it was better you hear it from me. Laplace has decided to evacuate the spaceport. All staff on site are to be relocated before the end of the month.
Evacuated? Where to? There is critical equipment here that can't be moved in that time frame. Besides, this spaceport was part of our active partnership with the local government. We're moving to our real branch in Plesetsk, aren't we? The one on the edge of the Arctic Circle that's proven immune to the storm. This is our storm emergency plan.
You've got it. All Laplace employees are to spend a week in the care center after reporting to Plesetsk. The local staff will be put on paid vacation, as is usual. Hisabeth was also waiting for the right time. And I guess this is it. Sign this for her, will you? Don't worry, it's not a donor card.
You're asking me to sign this so that my teammates can stay here and die in the storm.
I'm not asking. I'm only delivering it to you. But they know what they're doing here. That's why I want to help.
I need some time. My analysis won't be objective right now.
Sure. Just don't keep your teammates waiting. Our time is short.
Not long ago, Voyager 2 successfully reached Uranus, marking the first ever exploration of this planet in human history. It conducted an examination of Uranus's ring system as planned. After a temporary orbital adjustment caused by its earlier visit to Titan, Voyager 1 continues its journey towards the edge of the solar system. Their future
We already know where they're going and what they're gonna do. Why are you wasting time on old news? As I recall, we've even got a photo from Voyager 1 taken in 1990. It's stored somewhere in the Laplace archives.
That's correct. They even have the development reports from Seaton, and the work done on meteor burst communication tech. But none of the archives mention the whereabouts of the golden records, do they? So there's a chance we'll hear some new clue this time around, like, according to the sudden decrease in Voyager 1's mass, it's been speculated that the golden records were intercepted by an unknown entity.
Intercepted? You make it sound like it was stolen by aliens or space pirates.
A space pirate? I doubt they would have any interest in some ordinary records. Now why don't you get to the point? What's so urgent that you had to switch off the radio?
Oh, I'm making a video. I didn't want the sound drowning out the recording. Should be quiet enough now. Hisabeth, Laplace researcher. So why was I mad enough to join this project? Call it a matter of personal interest. Let me introduce myself in a little more detail, in case you're shocked when you get your first look at me.
Are we there yet? Rats, this is no way to travel. Let me just slither, please. We don't have a choice. We're stuck with this most unfortunate mode of transportation.
Introducing 2 of the 9 siblings of the Dubois family, always loudly at odds and proud of it. Thanks to the cold weather, the others still brumating, so they haven't yet tested my patience.
Welcome. Let me walk you to your office. Your ID card, please. Oh, my apologies.
My patience just run out. Thank you for showing me the way. Why don't we speed up a bit? This place feels as cold as a goddamn morgue. I can barely talk without shivering. When we get to the office, I'll warn them not to scare our colleagues for the 4th time.
Of course, we'll ensure the heat is kept on 24/7 inside your office. Laplace never neglects the little details. Here we are. Go ahead and knock on the door. Miss Pointer should be expecting you. By the way, since you mentioned the cold weather, do you need a thermostat for your lovely pets? We try our best to meet all of our researchers' needs.
Oh, we're all good. My coat works as a kind of thermoregulated insulator. It should be fine.
Understood. And please note that the spaceboat here is just a part of our local research collaboration. Laplace's official branch in Plissets is actually further north, right on the edge of the Arctic Circle. It has a strict security policy, so you'll need to file an application before visiting. There's no guarantee it will be approved either. Welcome to the Plissets Cosmodrome. Goodbye, little Hissy.
You know what, too? I think the staff here are more accommodating than most types we meet.
Or are you just being more of a jerk than usual? Now stay out of trouble and don't call me by my number again. Just so you know, I'm perfectly willing to tie you up by the tails if I start hearing about any missing lab rats. Huh?
I knew I heard someone talking behind the door. Glad my ears don't need tuning. Please, come in. Are you the new researcher on this project?
You've got it. So, I take it you're one of my new colleagues? Two devices, 2 chairs, and 2 standard-issue desks. Is it just the 2 of us?
I expected you to be more rigorous as a fellow Laplace researcher. According to official records, we have a 3rd researcher on the team. An attaché from the local government. In theory, anyway. No one has ever seen or heard of them. It's just a name on the notice board. However, if you insist on ignoring our esteemed co-worker, who I mention out of deep respect for our local partners, then correct, it's just the 2 of us. So, what do you think of our setup? It's not so bad. At least we're in full control of our budget. Although I recommend setting those budget expectations low.
Cool. Everything's more or less as I expected. An undervalued project in extraordinary times. What kind of bizarre mind hatched up the idea of teleporting supplies directly into space?
Do you believe our goals are unrealistic?
Not at all. Only eclectic, let's say. And I've always been a fan of eclectic theories. They're often a stepping stone to true discovery. I'm certain that the combination of arcanum and science will one day make up the core of our civilization. We're not there yet, but...
It's only a matter of time. Perhaps this project will be the next leap forward. So far, the teleport disk we've developed is functional but unstable. It's a one-way ticket capable of travel only within a short distance. But if we can improve its range and stability, I calculate its value to society to be potentially earth-shaking.
Looks like we'll make for quite a team. But before that, we'll have to make sure our project isn't shut down before it can begin. Which means we need to cook up something worthwhile to put in our report.
To that end, I know you're an expert in aerospace materials. Are there any specific specimens you need? I'll do what I can to source them for you. Oh, but be quick. Our resource applications must be submitted today. The evaluation process and all other little details mean it will take some time to arrive.
Let me see. No, I don't have any particular needs for now. How do you feel about fish?
They're fine. As are those pets you've got dangling in your hair.
Cool. Looks like I've come to exactly the right place. No nosy layabouts around to moan about my hobbies. Speaking of those pets, they're not really pets. I remember mentioning them in my profile. You didn't read it, Whatever, so long as they can hold their own. Then you threw the file into the trash, am I right?
It wasn't quite so dramatic, but yes. I briefly scanned it for your field of expertise and experience. Nothing else mattered to me.
Still, you should get to know your new colleagues. I'm a Melusine. We have snakes for hair. So they're not pets, they're my siblings. Technically, you've got yourself a grand total of 9 new co-workers. Surprise!
That is certainly new information. It's unfortunate that Laplace doesn't pay out their sharpodontes by head.
Maybe I can convince them to go in for every 2 heads?
I wouldn't predict your chances to be high, but a larger food allowance seems appropriate, given your additional mouths to feed.
Mind requesting me a corner office? I need a lot of space for my fish tank. Pets and plants help me cool off.
Whatever you want. Let's just finish the report as soon as possible. Then we can apply for additional office space. 1 room for each of us. Deal?
Deal.
Nice working with you.
Everything from there on went smoothly and according to schedule. It was a genuine pleasure working with Pointer. Well, those first days at least.
Elizabeth, did you go to that ley lines lecture yesterday? I couldn't make it. I've been reviewing this data for the last 10 hours. The model is a mess. Something's off. I can't isolate the issue. It could be the system compiler, or the incantation. Or maybe we missed some characters when we transcoded it.
Oh, the lecture? Yeah, Winsong mentioned it when we met her at the canteen a few days ago. Hold on. This is Hélène. She woke up just a while ago. Hélène, meet Pointer. We couldn't all attend the lecture, but I asked someone to take Hélène there to observe. Here are the notes.
I still haven't stopped being amazed by your siblings' telepathic connection. I wonder if there is an arcane skill that might approximate the same effect. Imagine how much faster we'd be able to share information with it.
It's got its advantages. If you're willing to accept 8 different voices oscillating between a party and a brawl every day in your mind. Hope you don't mind. She's been a bit shy ever since we were little.
That won't be a problem. I'll get it back to you in a few days. I just want to check if the study of ley lines can help with our aeroshell's force analysis.
Is that all? You could have left a message. No need to go out of your way.
Well, and I needed someone to unload a bit on. It's been months since I submitted our resupply application, and there doesn't appear to be any progress. This slow starvation for all of us is a waste of effort. They should just cut the cord and scrap all these projects they feel show no value in the short term.
Look at the silver lining. We're sure to get our new offices.
Office space, the one thing we have in abundance here. Anyway, how are things on your side? I'm free for the moment.
I'm progressing just fine. Take a look.
Excellent. Feel free to let me know if you require any help. You know, for all the time we've worked together, there are still many questions left unanswered between us. I'm curious. Why did you choose this project? There are many other teams pursuing the combination of arcanum and science. I think one of them is presently working on cleaning incantations and plant-related rituals. Why choose Plesetsk? Is it that you feel your expertise in material science will be of most benefit here? Or do you have a particular interest in the aerospace industry? Don't mistake my intentions. I'm happy you chose to join our little team. You've performed exceptionally well so far.
If I had to put a finger on it, I'd say it was curiosity. I really want to know where those golden records will end up. Remember what I told you about my parents? They were studying information technology at Laplace before the first storm struck. I can't wrap my head around that stuff. My whole life has been a constant stream of information. You wouldn't believe how distracting it is to have 8 voices in your brain, bothering you night and day. Still, all 9 of us enjoyed reading. Whenever we found a particularly compelling article, we'd divide it up and each focus on a different part. We'd always have a huge brainstorm after we finished. It was a lot of fun, actually. I miss those times. I still remember the day that meteor fell to Earth.
Nos derniers rapports indiquent que Voyager 1 a officiellement parcouru la plus grande distance dans notre système solaire, plus que toute autre sonde fabriquée par l'homme, dépassant Pioneer 10 d'une distance d'environ 69 419 unités astronomiques.
I don't remember where I was or what I was doing, but I remember the broadcast was talking about Voyager 1, and that all 9 of us were staring at the twinkling dot on the screen.
Si la Lune se trouve à près de 400 000 km de nous, à quel point ce petit caillou était-il plus éloigné de la Terre lorsqu'il a commencé son voyage? Incroyable!
We never knew the stars above our heads could actually fall into our world. What was happening up there? For all our brainstorms, we never reached a solid conclusion. Where will Voyager 1 go? Who, if anyone, will find its golden records? When will the stars stop shining? Are there researchers out there just like us living on another planet, looking for the same answers? One little meteor brought us so many questions. and we could never leave a stone unturned.
I see. That's why you joined this project, despite its lack of immediate contributions to society.
Nonsense. Our work is critical to the future of aerospace engineering. We've got plenty of contributions to offer.
Was that an attempt to cheer me up? There's no need. I'm not easily discouraged. You've warmed up a bit.
Yeah, thanks to the 24/7 heating, and because I keep all of us well fed. Speaking of, I'm headed to town to find a restaurant. Care to join me? There's some decent food in Plassets now, thanks to the new policies. Do you want anything in particular?
Your call.
Back then, we never thought to ask why our supply application had been put on ice for so long. They're terminating the project?
I understand, ma'am, but you should know that our top priority after each storm is to restore the Foundation and the LSCC to full function as soon as possible. With our current shortages of resources and manpower, that means cutting all non-essential projects.
Non-essential? Then what is it that counts as essential? Who decided on our priority?
Calm down, Hisabeth. I understand that Mr. Ludwig did his best to keep as many projects running in Plessets as he could. We couldn't have stayed here this long if it weren't for him. But he's only a branch leader. He doesn't get to make the top-level decisions.
They act as if all of their essential and valuable consumer technology just popped up out of nowhere. To think that aerospace engineering has less to contribute than their other projects? Mad! They wouldn't even have vegetable packets in their instant noodles without us.
I'm sorry, but our decision is final. Please allow me to finish. As you can imagine, I have several other meetings lined up after this.
Sure. Please continue.
Madame Lucy has expressed that she is not in favor of this decision. To that end, she asked me to deliver a lifeline for your work here. As you know, our knowledge about the storm remains extremely limited. Madame Lucy believes we could better manage our circumstances if we could observe it in greater detail, particularly its extent. She's seeking volunteers from Plesetsk for a project, one that aims to send a monitor into space in order to collect data as the storm arrives.
What about the other projects? Where will the researchers be assigned if their projects have all been terminated?
Most will be reassigned to other teams. I'm afraid there isn't much manpower to spare on our work here. That's the deal. If you want to stay on this project, then this mission must become your full focus. On the bright side, you'll have full access to all the resources left in Plesetsk. I believe you two to be the most talented researchers in Plesetsk, and I know you want to achieve something with your work here. Still, I think I should caution you against accepting this task. Sure, if you pull this off, you'd become a legend throughout our organization. But there's only so much value in fame and admiration.
And what would happen if we were to fail?
I'm afraid your best hope would be instant death, and it may be much worse than that. No one knows for certain what the storm can do after all. I'm not sure this is worth your lives. Alright, that's all. I just need you to confirm that you've been informed. You'll have 24 hours to respond to our request.
Hisabeth, I know you're a big supporter of Madame Lucy, but I'm sure you agree this mission is a statistical death sentence. If you're struggling for a way to say no, I'll come up with one.
Sorry, what? Never mind. I've got good news. I just talked to Winsong. She's got a solution to one of our major issues.
Wait. Don't tell me you want to volunteer.
Why shouldn't we? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
But have you even considered the risk we'd be taking? Like the liaison said,
we'll have all the equipment we need, with a project that's progressing smoothly, working towards an achievable goal for the common good. It is almost like the universe is within our grasp. All we must do is make our teleport disc work.
It's not that simple. We'd still need an astronaut capable of launching the monitor. Who could we find that would be capable of acclimatizing to a zero-gravity environment, under high heat and pressure in such a short time?
That's the good news. Winsong already found us an ideal candidate, an acrobat. Here, I made a list of issues we'll need to tackle. Of course, that's only assuming you'll accept Madame Lucy's mission too. I remember we talked about space exploration when I first arrived in Plassets. You said you wanted to know what's going on up there too. So tell me, what price are you willing to pay for that answer?
Breathe. Let the air find its balance within. Remember what Mr. Kozlov said. You must never be afraid of falling. I just have to imagine myself floating in space. That's right. I will not fall from the fire again.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our fabulous wire dancer, the youngest acrobat of the Utrinia Circus, Kiperina!
Just tell me when you need the job done.
Always
Guns.
a sharp blade.
Is this truly what we've been searching for?
Weak hiding spot.
My turn.
You're a hard nut to crack. Trail's guns loaded.
We need simply rely on the microphysics of power.
Bullseye.
As long as I've got you at my side.
Kiparina, star acrobat of the Utranyaya Circus. Why did I join this project? Well, I guess I'm trying to help in any way I can, like I always do. The circus is a lot like outer space. It is a performance that exists within an almost weightless world of imagination. Close to reality, but at the same time, unreachable. I've come to love the life that Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov provided for us there, and I never thought it might end. Here I am, Ringmaster. How can I help you?
Oh, Alia. No need to be so formal outside of work. Anyways, how is it you're feeling today? I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Take time for a little rest. Old Kozlov can manage things from here.
Please, it was just a thoughtless accident, and I won't let it happen again, I promise. I've fully recovered. I know you're worried about me, but just ask anyone and you'll know I'm not lying. Even Mrs. Kozlov agreed. See, I can even put on my fireworks show again.
Oh, more beautiful than ever. It seems you've mastered the techniques that Miss Winsong taught you. There's no doubt our Alia has a budding talent for these ley line things.
Please don't start that again. I already told Miss Winsong that I had no plans to leave the circus.
I know. Such a loyal star you are. Oh, but there's something I should tell you. We're going to hold a show up near Mirny. They say the night sky is beautiful that far north. Perhaps you might even see the aurora.
All of a sudden? But it's so far from here. Are we in trouble?
No, everything's fine. It's just, Actually, Alia, Miss Winsong called me. A friend of hers would like to meet you in Mirny. They work for an organization called Laplace. I made inquiries at the arcane market. They have a good reputation. Someone even told me that they were related to the St. Pavlov Foundation, that big organization that recruits all kinds of arcanists. We are old, Alia, but your life has just begun. If you were to join Laplace or the Foundation, you'd live a much better life than any you could have in our little circus.
Do you want me to leave?
No, Alia. We just want to let you have another try. There may be some training involved, but we will not force you to stay. You can quit anytime you like. Natalia and I, we hope you will have a safe and happy life. After that last time when you fell from the wire, we just can't bear to.
Then I'll go, Mr. Kozlov, if that's what you want for me.
We don't want you to leave, Alia. This is an opportunity for you to live in comfort and safety. You're just 15. We don't want you to have to learn what it feels like to scrounge for food in the freezing wild. Let's just give it a try. What do you say? You will always be welcome to come back to the Utranyaya when you want. We will never turn you away from your home.
I've always known that.
Miss Winsong gave you her card, remember?
I forgot where I put it. I figured they wouldn't ever find the need for a living light bulb.
Alia.
So, then have you already planned a route, Mr. Kozlov? Are we traveling overland? When do we set off? And what are we taking with us? What's the weather like in Mirny? Should I pack some warmer clothes? Oh, it's been a while since the last time we restocked the medical kit. I'll check it later. We need to prepare for the animals' transportation.
Of course. It's all in hand already. Our Alia, always such a self-starter. Laplace sets a very high standard for its staff. Our Alia could only have been chosen if she were very special. Just see how she pays attention to each little detail.
Beansong, ley line scholar. I still don't get it. What even is the study of ley lines? Is it like arcanist engineering? Or math? I've never seen or heard of anything like it. If I start to study these ley lines, does that mean I'll have to leave Utranyaya forever? That I won't be with Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov in the circus anymore?
Купол нашего цирка был украшен миссис Козловой. Она хотела, чтобы он отражал красоту звезд и невесомость космоса. Какой прекрасный вид! Смогу ли я когда-нибудь увидеть его снова, если уйду отсюда? Мне стоит встретиться с этими людьми из Лапласа. Если я это сделаю, как хочет моя семья, тогда мы все сможем жить лучше. Верно? Одна звезда, две звезды. Большая медведица. Это большая медведица и малая. Мирный. Не думаю, что мы когда-либо были там раньше. Кажется, что я уже знаю, как выглядят звезды оттуда. Как странно. Интересно, если звезды когда-нибудь исчезнут с неба, исчезнут ли они все в один день? А на что похожи их мечты?
Over there! Keep up! What the hell is that?
Damn! Is that a bear? But it's so fast!
How did it get in here? I've never heard of any kind of critter around here that can pass through walls like that.
I got it! Over here! Help! Quickly!
Easier to fight here than a back alley.
Guns
Hunting.
Always arguing.
The trail was all too obvious.
My turn.
A blessing bestowed by fate.
You're a hard nut to crack. Trail's good.
No. He'll know what to do.
Bullseye. Don't waste my time. Don't act surprised. It's just another day on the...
Voyager 2 успешно отремонтировал свою платформу для получения снимков и продолжит исследование Урана в соответствии с первоначально запланированным планом. Voyager 1 продолжает свое путешествие к краю Солнечной системы и за ее пределы. Согласно нашим прогнозам, он пройдет мимо Проксимы Центавра примерно через 70 тысяч лет.
The same strange dream again. It's gotten more and more detailed since we arrived in Mirny. I need something to distract myself. Miss Vinsong and Mr. Kozlov made an appointment to meet next week. Until then, I should continue to prepare for a show. Utranyaya is making its debut in Mirny tonight. It's a new beginning. I just need to cheer up and do my best. I guess it's also my debut in Mirny, and first impressions are everything. Maybe Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov will change their minds if I can win over the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our fabulous wire dancer, the youngest acrobat of the Utriniya Circus, Kiperina!
Will they let me stay if I keep giving perfect performances like this? Should I move forward or back? Don't stand still too long. They all want you to move on. They all want to see how far you'll go.
Natalia and I were a little worried for you back there, but it seems our worrying was for nothing. The show was even better than we hoped. You did such a good job, Alia. The audience was thrilled. I knew we came to the right place. I'll ask Natalia to prepare us a proper banquet tonight. Something to reward our darling Alia and celebrate your new job at Laplace.
We still don't know about that yet, but I'll try my best.
I know you can do anything once you make up your mind to do it. And now, I must go discuss tonight's food with Natalia.
Hmm? Perhaps she's taking a break, or waiting for someone. Hello?